Due to budget cuts, administration of state-owned enterprises had not been smooth, and the NBC is no exception. This situation led to the national broadcaster unable to pay its medical aid since February this year and now owes NMC $15 million. As a result, NMC cancelled NBC's membership last week. The situation has forced the corporation to once again remind the stakeholder to make funds available to pay for critical needs. Addressing a media conference, Smith says it is not right that state-owned enterprises always depend on government for bailouts. Smith says government gives what it can, and it is for the SOEs to cut on their expenses within their means.
We want to know from the chairperson, Mr. Timmer, of the board, what did he do about it? Did he ask for an investigation? Because this is serious. To own one company, 15 million in arrears. People, how much is $15 million? In arrears, how can that company survive?
However, the NBC described the allegations as unfounded.
If we start analyzing history, we'll not know where we stop. The point is that currently and for the last years, I can assure you that that the board is fully on top of everything. We're doing our utmost to help and develop people even and making sure we do the right things at the NBC. Now, that there are funds squandered or funds not available right now, it's an absolute misjudgment. Our operational and capital expenditure budget was cut by over 200 million over the last 2 years. Now I want to see which institution is going to digest that overnight. Despite that, we have, I think we've been extremely professional the way we managed the situation. We in addition have increased our own revenue from 84 to 102 million last year, and that's under the current economic situation. And so for me, so far, there was no need to launch an investigation. Now, we are here as a board to investigate ourselves everything, and for that we don't need, we have the people that can do the job. And to be quite honest, if anyone like Mr. Smith can look how it looked like a few years ago and how it looks today, there's no comparison.
Where we are, it's not a matter of that we have finished money by mismanagement, absolutely not. It was a cry that has been highlighted, I think, all the time, up to the point now where things have reached a level of criticality. I would have understood if the NBC was given enough money from a subsidy perspective, and that amount of money was finished even before a financial year has ended. Then I would have agreed with the elder, Mr. Smith, as it stands. But as the chairman has said, I think making statements whilst you don't have the full picture, it's extremely dangerous.
Timmer also says people should appreciate the work being done by the NBC, that of providing access to information.
If anybody's got thoughts and ideas how they can generate otherwise cash to fund the organization, they're most welcome. And we must not forget that the NBC and the right to information is a constitutional right of people. And there are many people that are staying in places very far away from bigger cities, and it costs a lot of money. And if we would have been run like a commercial entity, probably we wouldn't have towers in places where there are a few people only. So if that's understood all, I think people would talk differently, and they would actually appreciate what this NBC is actually doing.
Simelo says the corporation has made sacrifices to carry out its mandate.
The initial planning that we did around cost of doing business was standing at about 369 million. But when we became aware that government will also have challenges in terms of giving full amounts or fully subsidizing to a point where businesses would flow as normal, we internally, together with the board, did our own exercises, and then we cut the operational cost needed from 369 to just close to 345. So that cut already also indicates that from internally, we have taken the view to say, given the challenges that are there, we are also serious about making the business to work.
However, the DTA vowed to engage the Office of the Ombudsman to ensure the public is well informed on the happenings at the NBC. Salomo Tenga, NBC News, Windhoek.